not quite sure what the link is between a Chinese Museum of Culture and weird looking sculptures. So the second summer camp starts this morning, and with that we get some brand new uniforms. This week we are going black, just plain and simple. I think with these next two camps there are some activities that are pretty much the same. So we're teaching the same lessons. I'll be going on about British festivals, Christmas, Easter, Bonfire Night, and then stuff like the Global Village, where we all bring out posters of where we're from, and maybe some of the music dance parties are also the same. First up this morning we are actually doing English tests for all the students that are coming on the camp. The children are coming from all across China for this camp, not just from the local area in Xiamen. So we've got a list of questions that we sort of have to go through for different stages to work out if their sort of level of English is sort of lower, middle or upper. And yeah, just welcoming the new students here. English tests are now done for the morning. We've got the opening ceremony this evening. We've just been told that they'd like us to prepare some acts, singing, dancing things for it. So we're going to have to go away and come up with some ideas together for that. But first, I think some lunch is required. Since we've now got a bit of free time until dinner, a small group of us are heading out to the Horticulture Expo Gardens, which are just near the hotel. Gonna get out, have a bit of fresh air and stretch our legs for a bit. It was a bit windy to talk at the top of the tower, but just going up there shows how big these expo gardens are. Walking, we probably won't be able to do it all in one go in this short trip. We did bump into a couple of other people who had hired a bike pedalo thing that they were going around in to speed things up. But yeah, these gardens are pretty big. We are now just heading back to the metro station, as we've walked quite far through the gardens, so it's going to be a bit easier to get the metro back to the hotel, and then preparing for the opening ceremony this evening. In terms of teaching this week, there are fewer classes, so we are sort of being split up into 2 groups of volunteers and have a sort of 1 day on, 1 day off schedule. My group is starting tomorrow morning, so we are going to get up bright and early to start teaching them all about British festivals. That is pretty much it. Nothing much else to say. We're just sort of getting things going again with this new camp. So see you later. They seem to have sort of hired out a sort of abandoned, empty building, maybe a conference centre, and then just put random seats and chairs in the rooms to make up classrooms. First lesson was interesting when we didn't have a whiteboard. That made it a bit more challenging. But overall, classes were okay, and we are now just heading off to lunch, and then we've got the excursion this afternoon. We have arrived at Laoyuanzi. We haven't exactly been told what it is, but from our internet searching, we believe it's just like a scenic area. So wander around and have a look at the buildings and other Chinese historical things that are here. There's also this opera house just in the background, which is where we should be seeing a performance later on today, I believe. So yeah, we'll just have a wander around and see what we come across. Quite sure what the link is between a Chinese museum of culture and weird looking sculptures, but hey, we'll roll with it. So I don't think anything here can be like dated to be, from ancient China or anything. It's just a fairly newer establishment, just built to simulate ancient China and just teach about the local culture of this region. But I guess it's good for the kids that have come on the summer camp. They've come from all over China, so they may not know that much about the local culture of Xiamen and the surrounding Fujian province. We are outside the opera house, just about to head inside. I very much doubt that I will be able to record anything inside, but I did grab a quick video of a sort of promotional thing they were showing, so I will put that on for you to give you an idea of what we are watching inside, if it turns out to be what we're watching inside. And then I guess I will try and describe the dance, show, opera, whatever it turns out to be, as best as I can when we come out. show this evening was really good, production-wise. Probably, out of all the organised excursions that we've done so far, definitely my favourite out of everything we've done. So the big seating area turned 360 degrees during the performance, and as the seating turned, there were sort of different scenes and dance numbers that happened around the outside of the arena. But yeah, it was billed as like a history of the local area and how people came to live here. It started back in prehistoric times with sort of dinosaurs and big dinosaur puppets, which was a really cool opening to the show. And then there was like different wars and a wedding and people going off out to sea to sort of find new land, and then sort of the happy ending at the end. The production value was just great. There were big props and big sort of statues and snow work and water work. They had these big cascading waterfalls that just suddenly appeared at one point, and we were sitting quite far back in the arena, but still sort of felt the spray and got splashed a bit. So that pretty much sums up the show and the rest of the day. I have the morning off tomorrow, so I can get a bit of a lie-in, but I have signed up for the visit to the Technology Centre tomorrow afternoon. I thought that, even on the sort of days that I have off, it might be quite nice to still sign up for the excursions that they're going on with the kids, the opportunity to see other things around Xiamen and see what other things are out there. So naturally, when coming to places like this, you obviously can't forget to try out the little kids area. Often have some of the funnest things. But I think I'm maybe a bit tall for the maze. Maybe a bit. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to give it a like and leave your comments down below with any questions that you might have about my trip here in China. And if you want to know more about what it's like to volunteer to teach out here, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when the next videos come out. See you then!